you're doing great. I'm feeling fantastic today. I'm doing another review, of course. Before I do, I want to show you something awesome. It's a cool magic trick that I've been working on. It's called The Matrix. No, I'm just kidding. But it is similar to the movie The Matrix in the fact that it deals with how we perceive things. I'll show you what I mean. I have 4 coins here, obviously. I'm going to cover up 2 of them for right now, right? It's 1 and 2, right? I'll take one of the other ones and watch. I'll put it underneath the mat, and if I give a flick, like that, it jumps through the mat. I know, hard to believe, but there it is. Went right through the mat, just like that. We'll do another one, all right? We'll do this one here, all right? It's going to happen really quick, so make sure you're paying attention. All right, we'll set this one here, we'll set it like that. Watch carefully. This one goes underneath, all right, card on top, bam. Jumps right through, just like that. All right, at this point you're probably wondering, are those even real coins? Are they just illusions? What's going on? Well, I'll tell you this, they're definitely real coins, no doubt about it. In fact, I'll even show you them on both sides. You can see them like that, heads and tails, and this one as well. You can hear them, they are solid, indeed. We'll do one last coin. The last one's over there, watch carefully. I'm going to reach underneath, pull it from underneath, move it over, and whoosh, goes right through. I know it's hard to believe, but really, it jumped right through, and that's the reason it's called The Matrix. After all, it makes us wonder if maybe this is all just a simulation. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let's actually get right into that review. Okay, are you guys ready for the review? We're here, we're starting it. Oh, and we're also doing the reveal of who won last week's giveaway, which is my coin work, alright? Now, which is going to be super exciting. I don't want to reveal it till the end. Now, before I get into the actual review, if you like this content and you like me doing these types of videos and reviewing stuff and giving away magic stuff, then be sure to smash the like button and, of course, subscribe because you don't want to miss any of the stuff that's coming out. Alright, let's get into the actual review. So we're reviewing the Self-Restoring card by Sans Mines. Now, I know a lot of people give Sans Mines a hard time. I've decided recently they do have that I'm going to do a lot more of their stuff, right? That I'm going to review their stuff, and mainly because a lot of their products seem to be pretty hot on the market because they look crazy. People want to see if, see if they're worth it. They're pretty new. They're doing well with all their advertisements. So I'm going to do some of that. I'm definitely going to do a lot of other magic as well. I don't want to just stick to theirs, but I am a little bit interested in seeing where they go because they kind of have progressed a little bit in the type of magic that they provide. So I feel like they've gotten a little bit better at what they've done as time has gone on. Hopefully they'll continue to get better. Let's actually review this trick and see if it's worth your time. Alright, so the Self-Restoring card, does it do what it says? Yes, that's the first question I would say we want to ask is, does it do what it says? And I'd say yes, it does actually deliver on what it says it will do. What are the things that you should look out for? Well, if you're going to be performing tables, you don't want to probably perform this trick. That's the number one thing you should know, and here's the reason why. The reason why is because the gimmick itself that allows the magic to happen cannot be a foot away from the audience member. They will see what's going on. It has to be farther than that. Now, if it's on the floor and they're standing up, all right, and it's back probably about 3 or 4 feet from them, that's plenty of distance that they shouldn't see what's going on, right? If it's a little bit farther than that, even better. It doesn't have to be across a room, but you want there to be a little bit of distance between the restoring card and them. All right. So that's one thing you need to be aware of. The other thing you need to be aware of is that the gimmick wears out fairly quickly. That's just the downside of it. The gimmick wears out fairly quickly. I used it probably about 30 times really quickly. Like, I did one performance after the other, not necessarily for people. I wasn't doing that. I was just practicing it. And after I did about 30, practice runs with it, it ended up kind of breaking. It didn't completely break. It still works. It's just that it got worn out to the point at that time where I had to stop what I was doing, because it kind of has a refresh rate too. So like if you use it and then it gets tired and you wait a little while, then it will start to work again, just not as well, all right? So that's something to be aware of. So if you're going to do a lot of quick performances, one right after the other, it's not going to work well. I would say only use it for about 5 performances, 5 to 10 performances, and then just be like, I'm going to get a new gimmick. That's what I would personally do. So those are the downsides of this trick. That being said, where would it work well? Like, could you perform this well in certain situations? Yes. Okay, if you were performing at a birthday party maybe, or you're performing at some type of event where it's more controlled, right, where it's like a close-up setting but you have people sitting on this side and you can stand back or put it on the floor or something, then you can do this trick and it will be very powerful, all right, because the actual effect that it creates is very powerful. Oh, one other thing you should be aware of, the gimmick has to be positioned in a certain way as to make it so the audience can't see what's going on. That direction has about this much of a range. So if people are from here to here, all right, they're not going to see what's going on as long as it's a little distance from them. So that's what you need to know. Now, there is something that's super strong about this that I really like. The thing that I loved most about this trick was that it taught a method for loading a torn piece into the hands of the people along with the torn cornered card, right? So this would go into their hands, but they would think it was a normal card that went into their hand, right? It would look like you just put a normal card in their hand, but this goes into their hand, and they wouldn't notice, and then when they reveal later, they look at it and they're like, wow, right? It's such a good method for putting a torn piece plus a torn card into someone's hand that I think that method alone actually is worth a lot. It's a really good method. It's easy to do, it's easy to set up, and the whole routine overall is structured in a way that there's nothing suspicious. All right? So besides the gimmick getting worn out quickly, everything else about the trick's structure and the way it's performed is fantastic. I mean, it's just really streamlined. It's really simple. It looks natural. People aren't going to suspect too much, right? And obviously, they're suspecting you because you're a magician and you're trying to trick them-ish. You know, maybe you're just trying to share an experience with them. But in their mind, that's what they're thinking. And so, yeah, it doesn't look too suspicious. So, I personally think that's the best method ever. I'm actually going to try to make my own method for restoring the torn card, the one that apparently switches with this that you put in your hands, right? The parent effect that's going on. So I'm going to try to come up with my own method for restoring the card that's better, and if I find one, I'll let you guys know. Yeah, that would be nice, because if I could find a better method that was more reliable, that could reset instantly, and I could do hundreds of times in a row, this would be perfect for tables. You know, I do this all the time. But because the gimmick isn't as versatile in that aspect, I never would do it all the time. If I'm going to do YouTube magic, if I'm going to do street magic, like on the street, actual street, this would be a trick that I would do. All right, it would get good reactions. If I was going to do some type of older birthday party, I would, or a kind of more sit-down or like close-up magic set where people, there's a big enough audience, right, that the people are going to be sitting out here and I'm going to be sitting over here, but not such a big audience that it's a stadium, right? You catch what I'm saying? Kind of like Parlor, I guess. Parlor, I would do it as well. So anyways, that sums up what this trick is good for. Let's check out some of the other things we're talking about today. Okay, so who won the giveaway? Who won the giveaway? Let me look really quick. I want to make sure I got the name right. So what happened is yes, it's Ken Garwick, I think it is. Garwick, I might be pronouncing it wrong, I hope not. I will have contacted him by this time in a message on the YouTube video that he commented on, my last week's YouTube video, and he will know that he has won. So anyways, he's the winner. Remember, these people are actually getting these products. You're going to be getting more products in the future, so stay tuned for that. If you like this review, again, smash the like button and subscribe, but don't leave yet, because we're going to look at some other cool stuff as well. So today, along with this magic trick, I wanted to share a cool little piece that someone was showing to me. I made a variation of it, so this is not the original piece, but you can learn the moves to do this, this is just a variation of some classical moves used to improve a trick that is usually done with a gimmick. So it's by Jay Jace, all right? I think is his name. He contacted me and wanted people to know about his little trick thing that he put together. It's like a little booklet, but it's an ebook, so, or I guess a PDF, right? So you can go ahead and check that out. There'll be a link down below where you can go get that. And yes, this is what it looks like, all right? So basically it's a trick using two jacks, all right? The jack of clubs and the jack of spades. They give a snap, and of course we get a card in between them. The question is, what is the card that has arrived? Well, of course, the card that is here is none other than the ace of spades, all right? You can see it here like this, and I'll just push it out, actually, and put it into the middle for now, because we don't need the ace of spades. All right, so there it goes in. And, oh, if I snap my finger, though, it comes back, all right? No, really, that is the ace of spades, just like that. You know what? you might want to see that again. So you know what we'll do is I'll leave the ace here. Actually, I'll leave it in between the jacks. I don't want to have to deal with it for now. We'll find a different ace, the ace of clubs. Alright, I'm going to go through like this. Oh! We'll stop right by the 4. The next card is going to be the ace of club. Okay, just kidding. Apparently, the ace of spades. Well, if the ace of spades is here, right? If that's the ace of spades, then what is this card? This card must be the ace of clubs. And if that's the ace of clubs, then these actually must be the aces as well. So that's all 4 aces. That's my variation on it. Anyways, if you want to check out his work, which is just variation on a lot of other slides with added details and things like that, go ahead and check the link down below. It'll be under Jace Jack. Alright, so that's his one. There's one other interesting trick I think you guys might be very interested in. It's a magic trick using a phone. Okay, this is insane. Now, I'll leave the information to the guy down below. He just contacted me recently as well, asked me to look at his material, so that's what I'm doing. It looked really good. I liked the method and everything behind it. And it's a trick involving a cell phone where you're able to make it so that you make the person's cell phone recognize your face. So it opens their phone using your face. It's a cool trick. My review of it would be that it is not for beginners, alright? It is definitely a trick that it takes some guts to pull off, but you could do it. I've done things like this before myself, so honestly, it is doable. And you can see in his performance that he's very convincing, but he's practiced it a lot. So anyways, check that down below. It'll be underneath awesome phone trick. Want to check it out now. So that's what's going to be down below. You can click on the link there. Alright, so that sums up everything we're talking about today. I'm so excited to be doing these videos. Let me know your thoughts. Be sure to leave comments, and I'll be releasing another review soon, along with information on another giveaway. So you're going to want to stay tuned for that. Thanks for your time, guys.